Hello and welcome to Intoxicated Masculinity. If it's Wednesday, we have a cocktail video coming at you. Today, it being December, I've kind of been a little more focused on whiskey cocktails with the weather getting kind of colder. And so last week we talked about the Sazerac, which is a very classic cocktail. This week we're going to do a not classic cocktail. It's a brand new cocktail. Well, it's only less than 20 years old, which in cocktail terms is very, very young. And that is the Paper Plane. Paper Plane was invented in 2008 by Sam Ross at the Attaboy Bar in New York City. It is essentially a takeoff on The Last Word. We will do The Last Word at some point and probably do some variations on The Last Word as well. It's kind of a well-worn sort of format for making drinks, and it's a good cocktail in and of itself. But before we do that, we're going to do this cocktail, which is the Paper Plane. So we're going to get some ingredients and make it. So, the format for this cocktail is very simple. It's just going to be a 4-part equal parts cocktail. So we're going to start off with our freshly squeezed lemon juice. Now, the actual recipe, this is very good for pouring, I apologize. Actually calls for 3/4 of an ounce, but just gonna do an ounce. Why not? Next we're gonna use our Aperol. So this cocktail has 2 bitter ingredients. Aperol's not really all that bitter. All right, the bourbon I'm using for this is, I'm going to use 4 rows of single barrel. So we're using a lot of bitter ingredients, and I think a weaker whiskey could kind of get lost in this. So we're going to go for 4 roses. It is a high rye bourbon, so you're going to get a lot of spiciness in there, and I think it's going to go really well in this cocktail. And finally, the star of our cocktail is going to be our Amaro Nonino Quintessentia. Quintessentia. That's as close as I can get. One thing to note about this one, it's not a real, so neither one of these bitters are super, neither one of these Amaros are super bitter. This is a really good one. It's a little sweet. This is kind of a spendy mixer though. A bottle of this is going to set you back probably around $55, $60. So just be a little careful with that. But again, real simple, easy, 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce. Yeah, that many ounces. We're gonna grab some ice and shake it up. So toss that in a shaker with our ice and just give it a good shake. Now, how long you're supposed to shake things is kind of interesting. I always count to 50. That's just the way I do it. I'm sure everybody kind of has their own way. You know, shake for 20 seconds or whatever. Whatever way you do is fine, just as long as you're getting just a little bit of dilution and all the cooling in there. So we're going to put this in our chilled coupe glass. We got lemon juice that's freshly squeezed, so we definitely want to double strain this one. Got kind of a nice, kind of almost an orange color. Alrighty. And I'm going to go ahead and garnish this. I had a bunch of limes, or a bunch of lemons that I wasn't using, and so I just put those in the dehydrator, so just using a dehydrated lemon to put on top of that. And there you have Paper Plane. It's funny, I picked the whiskey cocktails because I was thinking about like sort of more wintry type cocktails. This isn't that exactly. It's really good, by the way. Really, really good. You're really getting all your sweetness from your Amaros here, but it is bringing quite a bit because this is a fairly sweet Amaro. It's just a very alive cocktail. It's a lot more, I think, springy than anything else. It kind of takes your citrus, your sweet from your Amaros. The bitterness around the outside is just kind of giving it a little bit of an extra dimension. This is a really tasty cocktail. Now, as with all cocktails with Amaros, you can change this up a little bit. You can put in Campari if you want to. Now, if you put in Campari, you're going to add a lot more bitterness. So if bitterness is something you like a lot, that might be something you want to try. I might do that at some point because I think if there's any complaint of this cocktail, it maybe does err a little bit on the sweeter side, and maybe could use a little more bitterness. But overall, very, very good. Yes, very good cocktail. And on that bombshell, I want to thank everybody for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good drink. Have a good day. Is going to be our Amaro Nonino Quintessentia. Try that one more time.